Hello, I'm Riley Brown. I'm a comic book artist for Marvel Comics. You probably know my stuff from a number of different series, including Deadpool, Dracula's Gauntlet, Cable and Deadpool. And today we're here in my studio, and I'm going to be showing you my process for drawing the cover to Mrs. Deadpool and the Howling Commandos #2. I start off the process by drawing a bunch of thumbnails. There's really small mock-ups of ideas I could have for the cover. Send them to my editor, Jordan White in this case, and he tells me which ones he likes, which one he likes the best and which I should go forward on. So I'll take that small thumbnail and I'll scan it into my computer and put it in Photoshop. I'll enlarge it to the size of the finished page. Once it's that size, I'll print it out and use my light box to transfer the first draft onto the final page and draw in any little details. I like to use a mechanical pencil. I prefer a Pentel 0.3 nib because it's got a really sharp point. It's pretty much the sharpest point I can get without actually cutting the paper. I like to use this triangle because it's more maneuverable than a big ruler would be. Usually when I'm drawing a comic book, I'm just doing the pencils and I'll work with another inker. That's mainly because of deadline issues. When you're working on a monthly comic, you've got to make sure the pages are flying out and you got to keep the assembly line moving. But when I have the opportunity, I do like to ink my own work. I don't have to be quite as tight with the pencils, and I can add in extra details with the inks that I didn't think about when I was doing the pencils. It gives me a chance to make the drawing look as perfect as I want it to be. It's going to be fun to have that complete control over the entire image like that. Now, when I'm inking, I like to use Tech pens. I'll switch between Microns and Copic multi-liners, and I like to give a thicker outline to the contour of the whole character. Giving the character a thicker outline will help pop them off the page and give them a little bit more weight to them. Also, I like to make the lines a little bit thicker towards the bottom of an object. It kind of emphasizes a shadow and makes it look a little bit more three-dimensional. So for this piece, since it was a cover, you don't have to worry about the sequential storytelling aspect as much. You can be a little bit more metaphorical. So for instance, on the cover I'm working on here, I have Shikla looking in the mirror, and on the other side of the mirror, you see her monstrous demonic form, which is her true form. And then of course there's a bug down in the corner who's just as adorable on both sides of the mirror. And of course the Deadpool bobblehead here. Everybody needs some good merch lying around their house. And because Deadpool's not actually in the story, it's important to have some connection to Deadpool, because to someone who's not familiar with the characters, the title might seem a little too random. Once I'm done inking this, I'll scan it into the computer and upload it to Marvel's servers, where Jordan can download it and give me any notes if he has any, which hopefully he won't. And then he will pass it on to the colorist to add the color to the drawing and finally make it finished and ready for print.